Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna do a little bit of a different video. Something I've always wanted to talk about and share with others because people in real life often ask me questions about it, so I'll just put it up here for more people to see. So this is my hair naturally. I didn't put anything in it, I just washed it last night. Just with regular conditioner and shampoo. And I didn't put any oils or anything, and I also did not straighten it. Try to show you guys better, but that's my haircut. And my hair is down to my back, sort of. So for washing, I only wash the top with shampoo. So when I'm washing, I'm only washing on my scalp. And when you're shampooing, you want to shampoo twice. And then when you condition, you want to condition. I usually condition from here down. So only this area is getting the conditioner. I soak it with conditioner, to be honest. It's probably wasteful, but I don't wash my hair every day anyways. The thing is, I don't wash it off right away. I leave it to soak while I wash the rest of my body. I leave it there until I'm done, and then at the very end I rinse the conditioner. And also I want to talk about the type of water that you should use. If you have hard water in your area, try to get a water softener. Try your best to do that because hard water is very bad for your hair. But if you have soft water, then that's really good, and it's preferable to have soft water. And I also want to talk about the temperature of the water. If you can, try your best not to use hot water because that can be quite drying to your scalp. And it's preferable to use lukewarm or even cold water. For me, I wash it with lukewarm water, but towards the end when I wash off the conditioner, I use very, very, very cold water. So I use the shower head. Not the shower head that you can't move, but the one that you can, the handheld one. And then you can just wash your hair with very, very cold water. When you're done, only use a wide tooth comb like this one. And I forgot to mention that when you're putting conditioner, put on the conditioner and then try to get a wide tooth comb and then comb it through your hair. That's what I do to get the conditioner onto every strand as much as possible. So when you're drying your hair, I try to air dry as much as possible if I'm not in a rush or anything. This is also why I tend to wash my hair at night, because I have more time. In the winter, I also tend to use a hair dryer. But if you do want to use heat on your hair, always use a heat protectant. I don't have any preference for a heat protectant. I've always been using the Tresemme heat protectant for like years. The technique I use when I use the hair dryer, the blow dryer. So I use the heat option very, very briefly. So I use the high heat and then I try to reach all parts of my hair with it for as little time as possible until I can feel like my hair is getting quite hot. And then I use the cold option, sort of separate my hair and get that heat through the hair to let it dry. You want to focus on the roots as much as possible because the ends dry faster anyways. I found that the ends will dry on their own pretty fast, but if you have wet roots, like soaked wet, then it will take longer to dry. So I usually just dry my roots more than I do my ends. And another thing is try not to sleep with wet hair, but sometimes it's inevitable. So this is why I focus on drying my roots as much as possible because that's what you're lying on when you're lying in bed. But I'm lying on the pillow here and I let the rest of my hair hang out on the pillow, and I usually put a towel. Other tips, like when you're brushing your hair, I usually brush from the ends and up. So if my hair is wet, I'll use a wide tooth comb. And to prevent like snagging your hair like this, I usually don't start from the top. If my hair has a lot of knots on it, I'll start from the bottom and then work my way up like this. So I prevent a lot of snags and breakage of hair. I want to talk about haircuts. I usually only get haircuts maybe twice a year, but this is because I like the look of longer hair. However, I often trim dead ends that I see just by myself at home. In like sunlight, you can see better the ends of your hair and if they're like fried. And also you can see split ends better. So protective hairstyles while you sleep. So I usually do braids, like 2 braids here or 1 long braid, or I use a satin scrunchie and do a low loose bun like this. Usually use like a satin scrunchie like this one, or one of these that don't leave marks on your hair. And then when I'm sleeping, I try to use a silk or satin pillowcase, which is always better for your hair and skin. And recently I bought this bonnet, and I like to sleep with this to further protect my hair. And also when I haven't washed my hair in a while, I try to use this to keep all the oils and stuff getting on my pillowcase. And I also do like head massage. There's a head massage tool that you can do, like the thing that goes like this. It stimulates blood flow to your hair to help it grow as well. I want to show you guys some products that I use often on my hair. This End Honey hair oil, I got it in Japan and it smells super good, and it's not too heavy on your hair. I usually only add it to the ends, so it looks like this. Very yellow liquid. And then I do this. And then I start from the bottom and work my way up. I usually don't add it to my roots because you don't want the roots to look oily anyway. I think they sell this on Amazon as well if you guys are curious. And then for like little baby hairs I use this one. This is Matomage. Very cheap hairstyling stick, and it just helps the stray hairs that you have that just like stick out. And yeah, so things to avoid that I want to talk about. Try your best not to dye your hair. Bleach is very famously damaging to your hair, and just any type of hair dye can be very drying, so you want to try to keep all the moisture in your hair. So try your best not to dye your hair, and if you do a lot of conditioning treatments and try to dye your hair in the least damaging way possible. Like if you want to bleach it slowly over time and not all in one session that your hair starts to like fall out. Always avoid using too much heat on your hair. Always use heat protectant. And if you guys want to curl your hair and you have naturally straight hair, you want to do the heatless curling techniques, and there's like a plethora of them on YouTube that you can find. And I've been doing that too to get curly hair, and it works pretty well for me. And that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys found this helpful. If you guys have any questions, and if you guys have any tips for anyone else watching, please leave it down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. People in real life often compliment me